how would you like to make your first million? And today we have Steve Ramona with us, which is a deal making. And to give you an idea, his remarkable portfolio involving 5 billion in projects and over 125 millions in partner deals. So we're talking about a big whale, not shark, that we have here in our podcast. So Steve, tell us, what are the 5 steps that you recommend entrepreneurs in order to make the first million?
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
Step 1, listen. Listen intently, listen actively. That's how you're going to build relationships, is listen, listen, listen. Just shut up and listen. Step 2, ask questions. Because questions will lead you to the listening, to be able to learn about people, how you can help them. If you don't ask a question, you don't know. 4, build a relationship. So when you've listened, step 1, you've asked this question, step 2. 3, when you build that relationship, people are going to like you or not like you. It's fine if they don't like you. You move on to the next person. But when they like you, that is where you want to get to. And then step 4 is, I think that one of the biggest things is bring value. When you bring value to people, what are they going to do? They're going to remember you. They don't care if you're a pretty face, if you got a bunch of money, if you got a bunch of cars or houses. What did you bring them? It's always about them. And the 5th thing that leads to all this is people. Everyone out there, you're in the people asset business. You're a plumber, you're a CPA, you're a lawyer. If you do not do those 4 steps with people, there's no way you can grow, because all of you need people to grow your business.
That's fantastic. And Steve, how you end up doing this business as the deal maker? What's your story? This is very in that space in particular. When you talk to people, they say, "Well, I'm looking this to close this deal for 100 million, for 1 billion," and then when you look a little bit in detail, they don't really know what they're talking about. So a lot of people are in, there, especially in London, when I'm based. I live in London, and it's full of deal makers, very full of deal makers. But when you dig down, actually very few people are for real, and they just a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend, and they don't really have the contact, the decision makers, and the chain is so big that it becomes a joke. And then, like you just shared with me, like it's all about relationship, exactly your steps, right? Because if you build relationship and this relationship trust you, you will have in your network a high decision maker on one end and the decision maker on the other end, and you actually can do the deal. Because 98% of those deals that people talk about, these big deals, they are all some of them, they're not even complete, and they only want people only want to take their contacts, and well, you know what I'm talking about. So tell us a little bit more how you build yourself up to this business, and what advice do you have for deal makers out there?
Got a great piece of, I mentor a lot of entrepreneurs, and I do it for free. That's the free. I'm not saying everybody should do it for free, but I love giving away stuff. That puts you in the universe. The universe loves that. Here's your goal. If you want to grow and scale and make more money, you need to meet 10, 15 new people every week. Let's use 10. That's 5 days in a week. That's 2 new people every day. That's an hour a week. Hour a day, excuse me. 5 hours a week in a 40, 50 hour a week. Run those numbers. You've met 40 new people in a month. Use a 10% rule. They give you 4 referrals. Now you've met 44 new people. But the guy you met in the first week goes, "Hey, Steve, I've got a referral for you. I just met this guy." But you keep doing that and compounding that every month, Harry, it's massive how fast you can build a connection. And I'll give you a perfect story. January 2020, right before COVID,
oh wow,
I launched a new company. and I have this digital business card, which became really popular during COVID. So I made the decision to go to 20 meetings a week, networking meetings. And I started booking appointments. I was doing
In
15 to 20 a
COVID,
week
so they're like online, no?
online, all online. I
Oh,
did this
wow, wow.
all online. After 6 months of meeting 15 to 20 people every week, I met 500 new people. I was a top
Wow.
sales guy in my company because those 500 people brought me 200 referrals
Wow.
because I used all 5 steps that you started this wonderful
Mm-hmm.
podcast with, Harry. Build
Mm-hmm.
relationships. I shut up. I listened. I asked questions. And they fell in love with me because I really authentically care to help them, to bring them value. Well, what's the next step, Harry? Well, how can I help you, Steve? Well, I get this digital business card. Well, I'm interested. Tell me about it. I want to buy that. I probably made more sales doing that in my 64 years than I have in 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
Not you care about the sale, but you care about the people first.
At the end of the day, Steve, going to your first million, it's just a marketing exercise. You need to go out there and tell people what you have. You can. That's why we in this podcast we see that uh, first time founders they're usually in love with the product and they want to develop the product and they care so much of the product. But second time founders realize that they are more about marketing and sales and go out and meet people. Exactly what you describe it. Now it's a tiny difference, Steve, that you go out there and you meet people every week. But in order to close these big deals, like for example, correct me if I'm wrong, you shared with me that today you close a deal of 1 billion. Is that correct? So to close a deal like that, uh, you need to know, and people need to like and trust you and trust people with they are high decision makers. So how you make those people, which is completely different ball game, right? Because
Ask. Yeah. Yeah. It's a wonderful question, Harry. And it's super simple. But
you
people's
are the
mindset
expert,
gets in the
you're
way.
the human SEO, so we love to hear from you.
Exactly. You've got to ask. An example would be I'm meeting you, Harry. I go, hey, Harry, do you know anybody that's got $100 million I could do a fund a project for?
I
I
actually
did
know people.
that. Yeah, see? And guess what? You're going to introduce them to me. I'm going to
Mm,
follow up. I'm going to
okay.
treat them value. I'm going to treat them well. I'm going to build a relationship. I'm not going to ask for the money right away. And then they start coming to you going, how can I help you? Yes,
Of
let me
course.
help you connect you with this guy. Hey, I've got this project. It's a renewable energy project. It's $1 billion project. Can you help me find partners? And I
Wow,
just go to my
amazing.
network going, I'm looking for this. Your network is your net worth, but I've changed it. Your net worth of quality and highly successful people is quality, high successful net worth. So if you want to
Yeah.
grow massively, that's what you want to do.
Yeah, but Steve, I have to give you credit because the step number one is to have a high quality project, right? And some people out there don't know how to evaluate this. The people here out there, okay, okay, I have this project, this investment. Sometimes, it's in could be in US, could be in Africa, whatever. I have this energy project, sustainable in this, and we're gonna extract all the oil and do this, and we do energy or different type of projects. But um, when we're talking about such a large amount of money, when the investor comes, the investor they do know what they're talking about. That's the reason why they're investors in the first place, and they very quickly can assess if this project is good quality or not. And then the newbies in this business they make massive mistake, and then you lose all your contacts, especially the investor, because people you have to have to be very experienced to analyze when actually a project is good, is solid, can deliver the return, everything is in place, uh, and so you can present it. So what secret can you share in terms of due diligence? When do you realize that, oh, this project is good, this project is going to give good return, this project is so good that it's worthwhile for me to to call my network and introduce it to them because I already did the due diligence. The people that have the project, they have very good credentials, and this is actually real because, like I shared with you, again in this space, sometimes 90% of the project you hear about that when you read just few lines, you realize that this is no that there is no substance that it doesn't really work. And
Yeah.
so
So
how you learn how to do that, and what advice do you have for people?
so it's super easy. You got to drop your ego. I know nothing
Mm-hmm.
about, well, I know a lot more about renewable energy. I do know because I learned. So if I got somebody comes to a project with me, I go out to my network, go, hey, Harry's got this project. What do you guys think? Give me feedback. Oh, that's a
That's a
great
great.
project. Yeah. Use your network that you built a relationship with, that you brought value, that you shut up, you've listened, you've asked questions, and go, hey, Jimmy, I've got this project. What do you think? Oh, thumbs up. That's a great project. Or, now, I ain't going to fly. Here's why. I don't have to be an expert. I let the experts be
100%.
experts. Let the experts
100%.
be your experts. And it's going to make us a lot of money and help a lot of people,
Absolutely.
which is important.
Absolutely. And I love this. Let the expert be the expert, and that's the beauty of what you do, right? So you have to be humble. Okay, and
Yeah.
it's just your step one. Listen, listen, listen. So rather than
Listen.
go there and say, "Look, I have this amazing project," that exactly what you just shared. Hey, look, I have this project. What do you think about it? But you need to have the right people in the right seat that know that that's gonna give you the answer. So renewable energy is a big topic. Yes, there is a global demand for energy. If you look around in the planet, right? Even some country from Latin America, well, Cuba is one country that is more off than on in terms of energy supply, and some country in Latin America start to been facing a lot of power cuts. And the truth is that with the rise of AI and the electric cars, there is more demand for electricity, more demand for energy. So energy projects are actually very lucrative in this historic moment that we're talking now. So and also they can provide, as soon as if they are renewable energy. Also, it's a bigger topic that even can get funding for government. So which one is your favorite industry? Energy? You told me, you share with me that Harry, that you can cover a wide space, but which one you will say that they're the three more, if your three more favorite ones, and why? If you
Well,
had to
the
pick
energy
three.
space, yeah, that's easy. Energy space, because there's a social impact to that. You just said it. Portugal this year, the whole country shut down with power. The whole country had no power for
In
24
Spain
hours.
happen also.
Spain is,
That
I forgot. Thank you, Harry.
eh.
What a great host, helping out the guest. I love
Thank
that.
you.
So that's two countries, audience, that had no power for 24 hours. That happened in America or London. Huge, huge catastrophic
Oh,
problems. So
huge.
we're doing a social impact. We're changing lives. We're bringing jobs. We're doing good things, and it's needed. The number two industry is podcasting.
Oh, wow.
If you if you don't have podcasting, if I didn't have my podcast, I wouldn't have told you about my deal today. All
Mm.
because of my podcast, building my network. Because I can ask a billionaire to come on my podcast. He'll tell his whole story. Then I
Mhm.
become his friend, and I ask, "Hey, I need help with this." Well, I can help you. Here's some money here. Here's a connection here. Podcasting, if you want to grow your network, is so incredible. And I offer free podcasting workshops. So if anybody's interested, they can come to my podcast workshop and show you how I built a multi-million-dollar business.
Wow, that's amazing. So podcasting and the energy, and then what the next one?
The
Three? I
next
said
one,
three favorites.
yeah,
One.
the third one would probably be partnerships.
Strategic
Meaning,
partner. Yeah.
Yeah, here's what I tell entrepreneurs all the time. And you listening out there, if you're an entrepreneur or if you're an 8 to 5er
They
and
are
you
all
need more
entrepreneurs. They're
money,
listening. Either entrepreneurs or wanna be entrepreneurs.
all of you, it's so, I don't want to say easy because it's not easy. There's such a great way to make money. Go out to your network and find people of product or services you love. Excuse me. And go, hey, Joe, I love your AI program. Do you have an affiliate program? Oh, I do. Well, let me sign up. And you go to your network. And as you meet people, you go, hey, I found this AI program. It does this, this, and this. Oh, that's great. Well, here's the link. Meet the person. They sign up. I just got paid $1,000 last week doing that. Out of the blue, passive income, $1,000 came my way because I took somebody I met, I gave them a resource, they met with the person and they signed up with them and they paid me a little piece of the action.
So
It's probably the
when,
wrong way to say it.
yeah. So Steve, when you discovered the power, what's the story? How you started
I
to
started
become a
back in
super connector? Yeah.
18 years old. My family launched a health club. I just left playing football in high school, was going to go to community college to play football. I was too small. I did play, but I shouldn't have. But I learned the power of meeting people. So I worked the front desk at the health club.
Mm-hmm.
And every week, the same people would be coming in. If you go to a health club, you know, you see the same people at 5 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock in the morning. Well, you know what, Harry? I started building relationships with millionaires and billionaires, successful
Amazing.
people who started bringing me resources at 19 years old, helping me make money, buying me lunch, giving me tips, giving me advice. And I met
They become your
thousands of people
friends. Yeah.
become your friends. I went to dinner with them, went to lunch with them. I went, this is powerful. What a great way to build a network. And of course,
Well, what a
customer service.
breakthrough at such a young age, right?
Oh my God. It changed my life.
So what was the next step when you realized, okay, because one thing is the theory, right? You go to lunch, you said, okay, I want to, this is amazing because they give you tips, they give you guidance, they give you resources. But when you really have the aha moment, like you say, wow, having a relationship with these super wealthy people, actually, I can make a living out of this because, so when do you have this aha moment? What happened?
So we sold the health club in 2000. I worked there 22 years. So I didn't have a resume.
The club was a family business.
Family club. Yeah, my family launched it. My dad, my uncle, my cousin. Yeah, it was a family. So it was cool. I was part of the family. But when we
Wow,
sold, I had nothing to
that
do.
was very luxury for those millionaires that were going there, right? Where about?
Oh
Where
yeah,
was it? What was it?
it's in San Jose, California.
Mm.
So people that know me know it was called Royal Courts. We built it 3 clubs. But what I learned
Wow, you built
was,
3 of them.
yeah, we built three
Wow.
clubs. So we learned, and I learned through my cousin's great mentorship, my dad, my uncle, how to build business. And when I was sitting around not working, one of the members, my network, reached out and said, I'm launching a restaurant. You want to come work? I said, I'm not working. Yeah, I'll come work. Well, I went back to my network of people I met at the health club and said, hey, I'm working at this restaurant. Within 6 months, we were one of the top restaurants in the city.
The restaurant was
Because
packed.
packed. Because they come to see me because I
Of
built those
course,
relationships.
they're your friends.
And I go, this is this. And then I launched another company. I had 250,000 in the bank in 6 months because I went back to that network and going, hey, I'm
I
starting
believe.
this business. Here's what I do. So twice within 6 years, I'm going, this SEO thing is pretty freaking powerful.
And then, yeah, one day, sometimes in life, you have this breakthrough and can change your life for forever. Now, this going from you have grown a lot because coming from this not the same to bring your friends to restaurant, which is a low ticket, and to the gym membership, even if it's a luxury gym, is a low ticket.
Yeah.
Completely different ball game is to sign on an energy renewal project worth $1 billion. You really need to exactly what you said. learn how to validate that project effectively, or know having your network an expert that knows how to validate this project effectively, and then also in that network has to be an investor or a group of investors that they're investor for real, that they actually,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you don't make, so the role of the deal maker is like this: don't waste anybody's time, because whoever is on the side of the deal, if they are for real, their time is actually very valuable because those deals they are quite large, and the role is don't waste anyone's time. And for this, you need to know the people, and you 100% right, Steve. No, it's a friend of a friend of a friend, and you don't know that person. How can you gonna close the deal from one end or from the other one? But then, if you actually have the relationship with the people, you know them for both sides. That can be really really powerful, and all stays within the family. So,
Yeah.
um, meaning so relationships, build and nurture relationship is powerful. It's the biggest one of the I mean the biggest asset that at least an entrepreneur can have, and you realize this from the very early age. So, what message do you have for entrepreneurs out there that they want to have a business, right? And they don't want to talk to people. They they said, no, my product is gonna be so good that people will come to me and buy it. I don't want to go out there to talk to anybody. They don't like to talk to people. What message do you have for these people?
I'll pray for them. I'm kidding, half kidding. If you're not a people person, and there's people out there that aren't, I obviously am, and it makes it easier. But if you're not a people person, go partner with somebody that is. Find a Steve
Like a
Ramona
partner
out
with
there
you.
and go, yeah,
Like a
me and you partner, and I'll go out and do all the work
talk,
and
talk.
the people work, and you be the background person. You be the systems person, the analyze person. The I bring people, my partner's that way. Max, I love my
Mhm.
partner. He's the greatest guy in the world. And that's what we
Mhm.
do. I go out to my network, I bring stuff to him, he analyzes it, does research, thumbs up or thumbs down. We don't consult with them. It doesn't
Mhm.
fit or it does fit, or we can help and we can't.
Mhm.
It's super simple, but you got to have a people person like me in your business, because the only way you're going to grow.
Mhm.
Nobody's going to see you till you see
On-
people, till you talk to people. Can't build relationships by sitting in your office at home and playing video games. I guess you
Mhm.
could talk to people, but that doesn't help your business. And
Mhm.
and really, introverts, those people out there aren't people person. It's so easy for you, because I have a principle. You're gonna love this, Harry. It's called the ASLA principle. ASLA. Ask a question. Shut up.
Yeah.
Listen actively. Ask a question again.
Mm.
And the bridge between shutting up and listening, people go, what? It's the same. Absolutely not. Think about the Zoom room that you're in. Say there's 10 people and two rooms are black, or the videos.
Mhm.
Now, maybe they're going to the bathroom, answering a door, or something happened. It's legitimate reason why they're not there. But
Mhm.
are they listening to the person talking? Probably not. So make sure when you shut up, you actively listen. But more importantly, or as important, ask a question again. For example, you're an introvert. You don't like talking to people. You go, Harry, how long have you been doing your business?
Are
Answer.
you
Go ahead and
asking
answer
me?
that, Harry.
18
Yeah,
years.
I'm going to ask
How long I've been in business? 18 years.
18 years. So I shut up and I listen. I go, 18, that's a long time. Do you enjoy it?
Oh yeah, I have up and downs, but yeah, I love it.
What's your biggest challenge?
In business, well, that's a good question. Biggest challenge in business for me, I get I'm so passionate about that I always like new businesses. Lack of focus.
So what did I
I
do
like all
there
of
in,
them.
yeah,
You
45
listen carefully,
seconds?
yeah. I saw you. You pause and you listen
Yes.
actively.
And an introvert, all you have to do is, and if you want to cheat, I'm going to give you a cheat code.
Hmm.
Put it on your screen here. If you got a monitor in front of you, have them 5 questions right now. 3. What's your challenge? How long have you been doing business? Do you have a family? Do you have kids? What are you passionate about? What really brings value to you? I mean, come up and use Chat GPT, make it your way, but come up with questions. And you just ask those questions and you've built a friend.
Yeah, I'm glad that you bring this up, Steve, because this is a massive, and I think that will give you a huge advantage of what you do, right? Because in this deal making space, what I've seen is that sometimes the people out there, and they think they know everything, right? And you don't even start to talk about it. And oh, look at me and the big deal and the so I realized that whoever talk too much is not actually for real. The people they are for real, they actually don't speak that much. They have nothing to prove.
Yeah.
They are the real deal. Whether when people come and you see write and listen, exactly like you said, they are talking and talking and talking and talking. I'm this and I did this and I closed this deal and I do this, and they don't stop talking and they don't listen. Could be a red flag. That could be that they need to talk too much to try to prove themselves because they haven't done anything yet. And the people that actually do it, they don't talk too much. They actually listen, and sometimes they tell you this idea is not for me. People don't even know why, and the reason why is that the project doesn't stack up, and they don't even have the energy or the time to tell you
Yeah.
that it is not gonna work. So, any more uh when you meet, how can you approach? Okay, because if you have a friend and this friend refer you people, right? That that is okay, but let's say that you're going to some meeting, especially online, right? So how can you connect with people online? How can you start to meeting people online? What are the most effective way of doing it?
Your
You
phone.
meet in a stranger.
Go on your phone,
Uh-huh.
go to your contact list.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to a guy that's $1 million a month. All he did is market through his contact list. Meaning you reach
Wow.
out to your, yeah, this is
Wow.
25 years
Repeat
old.
repeat that again, because I would like the audience to hear that, because some people might think, oh, that you're joking, that is not possible. And I know that it's possible.
No, I met this kid 3 years ago. He's 25, 26 years old. He was doing $1 million
Wow.
a month in income. All he did was go out to his contact list on his phone and say, I've launched this business. Do you know anybody looking to flip homes? He
Mm.
started getting referrals on top of referrals. People started coming to his workshop. People started buying his $5,000 program. And he had so many people because what's the power of your contact list? They're warm. They're on there because they like you or they love you. So
Mm-hmm.
they're more willing to give you a referral or want to be involved with what you're doing. I did research, 100 people, 100 entrepreneurs. 80% of them, nobody on their contact list knew what they were doing. They didn't even know what their business was.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to reach out to that contact list. Go, hey, I've just started a podcast, or I'm just started as a business coach, or whatever it may be, and go, here's what I'm looking for. Can you help me? I'd love an intro.
Mm.
Done.
Yeah. So, what are the biggest challenge that you face in your business, Steve, and how you overcome that challenge?
What's the biggest thing that's on top of your head? Your head,
Uh-huh.
your brain, your mindset. Guys and girls out there, ask. I get fired up about this because I've just learned. I didn't do this for 20 years. So I was there. I would never
Mm-hmm.
ask. And I didn't make any money.
Mm-hmm.
But ask for something. Ask for it. Because the worst thing to happen is they go, no, I can't help you.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's ever gone to me when I ask something and go, what an a-hole that guy is, Steve. He asked me for help with a renewable energy project or for my coaching program. Nobody. I met I did 1,800 referrals last year. I'll do over 2,000 this year. I meet a lot of people. I ask a lot of people. And nobody said that or felt that. Now, maybe when they left, I don't know. I know people say, well, what do you, when they leave? I don't care because when they leave, I've made my ask. And if they don't do anything, you know what I say in my head, Harry? Next.
Mhm. You
Doesn't
have
work.
people.
Next.
Yeah. You
I
have
got all kinds of
people.
people.
Yeah.
That's it. I got people. I got
Yeah.
people.
At the end of the day, yeah, with the when we have when you have people, it's an amazing position to be, right? Because from that you can literally make a living out of your name or of the people that you know, because
Yeah. And yeah.
is as it is. However, let's go about your brain. You said about your brain that there was a big challenge because you are working in the family business and you are in the front desk, okay, and where you start to talk with these millionaires, and then you invite them to a restaurant, and they were coming there, and then you went to work in the restaurant. They start to come to a restaurant, and technically they were there to see you, but they were buying from other people, right? And your skills keep improving, and now you say, well, if those my network is coming and buying from other people, yeah, maybe it's good that they buy from me, whatever I have to offer, right? So, how was this shift in the mindset? Any particular thing happened that you discovered that you had that breakthrough? Because we go through this space, and you're thinking, no, I'm not good enough, I'm not this, I'm not that. Well, you're good. I mean, if you all those millionaires are your friends, and at least you are enough, right? And then,
Absolutely.
well, you know what? I'm gonna tell my friends to buy from Pedro, yeah, and we'll be okay. I'm working with Pedro, they will buy from Pedro. And but then there is a shift in the process when you said, okay, you know what? Well, better I tell my friends to buy from me my own products or the product that they direct partners for me that that I can get rewarded effectively to make the connection. I won't say that I don't know, maybe this restaurant will give you a big bonus for you to bring people or whatever, but definitely the thing is scale up. So when do you have this breakthrough uh, that you can the people can actually buy from you, and now the numbers are larger. Now we're not talking about a ticket for a meal, or we're not talking about ticket for the gym membership, which numbers are low, and we're talking about deals that worth $1 billion that could be a very substantial. Clearly, plenty funds there for everybody
Right.
involved to get very rewarded. So how you make this
Yeah.
jump in mindset?
So
Because you
think and grow
you share it with
rich.
me,
Yeah.
the biggest challenge is your head. Yeah.
Yeah. Mindset is the whole thing here. And Think and Grow Rich. If you haven't read it, read it.
Oh yeah.
150 million people you have. I actually have another book if you guys are interested. It's actually doubled my income. It's called The Missing Secret of Think and Grow Rich by John Mitchell. He's got a
Wh-
program on there that will
Where people
change your
can buy
life.
it? Can you share?
Amazon. Go right to Amazon. The Missing Secret of Think and Grow Rich, John Mitchell. He's become a business partner of mine. I've sold a ton of books for him because it
Wow.
works. It's a template that you read. But in Think and Grow Rich, there's chapter 4 called Law of Increase. That mindset shift of everybody I meet, I'm going to increase them a little, medium, or a lot. Just increase them. Maybe it's you got a beautiful background, which you do, Harry. It's cool what your
Well,
background's
thank
doing.
you.
Or whatever it is, bring him resources and tips. I've got over
But
100 testimonials.
but how you manage to have the breakthrough yourself first in terms of mindset?
Practice, practice, practice. Law of increase with everybody you meet. And next thing you know, I get 3 to 5 referrals daily for 2 years. Audience, think about that. And I'm not boosting myself up. I'm just showing you it works because if I could do it, you all could do it. I can guarantee you that. It's because I increase everybody's life. And I just got a referral 3 weeks ago from somebody I haven't talked to in 1 year. We've not spoken for a year, and they reached out. You got to meet Steve. He's got this cool podcast. He's a great guy. You got to meet with him. He can help you out.
So Steve,
Holy moly!
let's so our audience, because this space is probably they're not unfamiliar with, but when a deal like this is closed, right? We're talking about the commissions could come between 100,000, half a million. You can even make 1 million in commission, and people say, "Wow, how come?" Do you thought that was possible ever? That you taking
No,
your phone call and call A and call B and land half a million, a million, 100,000 in commission for yourself just by the phone call? Do you thought that was possible? that was possible? If
no, not
somebody
at
come
all.
and tell you when you were in the front desk, look, this is what is store your life for you. If you build this relationship, you're gonna reach to a point that you're gonna make a couple of phone call and make half a million commission, quarter million commission, a million commission. This figure that I'm talking about in that space that you are actually normal. Do you thought that was possible? And when do you have the first breakthrough? Like, wow, this is actually one day in the head. I do events, I do workshops, and I have this limiting belief that that when we do small events. Uh, you make more money in big events, right? And I was focused in big events and things like that. And one day I did an event with 30 people in London and we make 30,000. I'm like, how this idea came to my head that a small event don't make money? Who put that idea in my head in the first place? And I
Yeah,
have a breakthrough, right? That even tiny events can be, and it's better because small events, I can handle it by myself. I don't need a team. These big gigs that we do with so many people, you need an army. I think the last event that we organized at the gala award, I think that it was 40 people in the team. So, you know, from giving the awards, the team in the door, the security, be careful with the celebrity, a big operation. And then you do an event with 30 people that you don't need anybody. You do it yourself, and and you and can also make money. So sometimes you have breakthroughs that shift your paradigm. What is actually possible? Yeah.
yeah,
And like I said, with 19 years old, couldn't be in your circle of possibility, not even for in the long. Imagine you going 40 hours. Let's say even it was a family business. Let's suppose they're paying you well. Yeah, they are paying you well. They're family business, but you go in there 40 hours per week, getting an amount of money, and you're working 40 hours per week. How many hours are a lot? And then let's suppose that you were making a month. Let's say no, $3,000, $4,000. Let's suppose that, right? You have to work the whole month with 19 years old. Go every single day, wake up early, 8 hours, come back for the whole month, and then you make this $3,000, $4,000 a month. Okay. And until you arrive at to the point that you're now, that with a couple of phone calls could open the possibility to make a quarter million to million, even more in commission. It have your mindset, what is possible for you, and the reality has to progress and progress and progress and progress. Of course, I think I'm not expecting the first year that you close. Maybe they don't give you 100,000, but maybe at least you make 20K. And you're like, how does that happen? Then I call Pedro and I call Juan, I put them together and make 20K without working 40 hours per week. It's actually a
yeah,
work a minute each. And
yeah.
they, by the way, they're my friends, so there's no headache with the contract. They're gonna get paid anyway because I know them, and they don't need. That's the other thing, Steve, as well. When you're meeting with the real people, okay, uh, they will honor you your commission and they will pay you. They don't need. When you have real people and they say, Steve, we're gonna give you 1 million commission. They don't need a million from you. They have hundreds of millions. They are very wealthy people. They don't need for these people. 1 million is like I don't know. It's just like the introduction fee. They don't
100
need.
bucks. Yeah,
They don't need to
yeah.
go to your commission to take your quarter million. Where you see Diaz there, you hear people doing, and they want to squeeze. Sometimes you hear those deals, yeah, because they have been being presented to me like, okay, you know what, this is that, but this is just this little commission. Say, how come It doesn't make sense on the first place that if this deal is so huge, you guys are paying so tiny commission. You are undervaluing the work of the contacts that can make that happen. And without the connector, there is no deal. Okay,
Correct.
because if you could do it by yourself, you already done it. Okay, so the fact that you're making a phone call in a minute sounds easy, but is how many years building relationship you've been doing? Well, since you're
Oh,
19 years old, so
40 years, 40
exactly,
years.
so I have 40 years there building relationship and say, oh, Steve, make a phone call and make a million. Okay, yeah, but make a phone call in a minute today and make a million. But behind that is 40 years of nurturing, building relationship, being honest with people, being there for people, help them out sometimes even without ask anything in the moment that they need help. Could be a doctor. Will be multi-million. Steve, I have this problem. And I'm diagnosed with cancer. I'm really okay. You know what? Don't worry about it. I know a very good doctor. It will take care of you, and hopefully, will look out. Now, you don't even need commission for this, but by you helping out these millionaires, when they call you as Steve, you won't believe the doctor is amazing. He cured me. And now
Amen.
this is a person you
That's
can go back and say, look, I'm doing a deal for $1 billion with real people. What do you think? Do you want to have a look at it? So that's 40 years of building relationship. It's all about being
it's
there for
and it's
people.
faster now, Harry. Because
And he
remember,
said,
for
wow.
19 years there was no internet. So I did this for
Mm-hmm.
19 years with no internet. Now with the internet, you can meet people on Zoom. You don't have to drive to them. You don't have to fly to them. You can ramp this up 10 times.
Look at that.
That's why I say you can meet 10 to 15 new people every week. And if you want to meet in person, it works the same way. But this is ramped up faster. You just got to have the mindset of I can do it. And patience.
100%.
Patience. You got to be patient. I've been working on these deals for 11 months.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't happen
So,
overnight. You got to work.
So, Steve, if somebody is in love with this conversation, want to know more about you, how people can find you, how this process works, how they can buy your books, to share the titles of the books, your podcast, so they can listen to and follow it. So, can you share a little bit more about all this?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Doing Business with a Servant's Heart's my podcast. Again, Doing Business with a Servant's Heart. Just search that. You'll see it on Apple, Google, YouTube, and all that. Subscribe. I've made people so much money from some of the tips. I have 800 shows. I'm the fastest growing podcast in the world right now.
I
2.5
believe you.
years I've done it. Crazy,
A lot of
but I
people.
love doing it. Find me on LinkedIn.
How many shows you have?
800. And I'm booked through February of next year. So it's crazy, but I love it.
Wow.
You can email me at Steve, my letter for last initial R, Steve R, 1961 at gmail.com. Mention Harry's podcast. And, we'll set up a call, or I could get you connected with podcasting, or I do some entrepreneurship for free, mentoring. So reach out. I can get you connected.
Thank you so much, Steve. And for all of you following the broadcast, pleasure. Yeah, you're great. Amazing. So, and for all of you following the broadcast, see you in our next episode of Unstoppable. How brave entrepreneurs like Steve break that wall and achieve the 1 million. Bye for now.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.